Are we live? Am I live again or no? Yeah, stupid as hell. Alright, well, we're back. Ish. I don't know what it is. It's so annoying. I had to restart the whole stream again. I don't know why this has been happening. I'm gonna have to see if I can. It's something I'm telling you, it has something to do with Streamlabs and I don't know why. It just randomly my internet is fine. Nothing is wrong with my internet at all because I'm playing, right? If I had an issue with the internet, my game would disconnect too. But my game is not disconnecting. So it's literally Streamlabs all of a sudden my cuz it tells me right here what my bitrate is. My bitrate will drop to like 0 for about 3 seconds and a disconnect, and it's so weird because it completely disconnects all of my streams, which on Twitch that usually doesn't happen. YouTube is really stupid about it. But on Twitch it usually just like tries to reconnect, but it doesn't even try to reconnect. And I don't know why. I'm like, why does it not try to reconnect the stream? It's the weirdest thing. It doesn't try to reconnect the streams, and I don't know why. Frustrating. And it doesn't even... Yeah, and I have automatically reconnect. Hold on. Sorry, guys. I need to see something. I'm just changing some of these settings. Okay, I just changed some of my settings. I hope that didn't mess up anything else. Yeah, finally back. Sorry. I don't know what's going on. I think it's something with Streamlabs because it's just like I said, it will just drop me from, because I'm looking right at my bit rates and it'll drop my bit rate to 0 for like 3 seconds and completely, like, it's so weird because I have an option enabled in Streamlabs that reconnects my stream, but it doesn't even do that when it does, and it did that yesterday too, where it literally just goes and disconnects the both streams to YouTube and to Twitch. It's like really freaking stupid. DDoS even in our actual brain. I mean, it's so annoying. I don't know why this program wants to be such an asshole. Like, why be like that? Don't be an asshole. It's a good life lesson. Don't be an asshole. I'm eating the rest of this banana now because I want it. So I hope that's better. I changed some stuff, but I don't know how well that's actually going to do anything. Okay. Anyways, So how does Guild Wars 1 work exactly, server-wise? Do we all end up playing together, or would there be a best server to choose? No, so you kind of play together. You kind of play together in the sense that there's different districts. So when you're in an outpost, you can and I'll show it once we go back to an outpost. I'll actually show it off. But when you're in an outpost, you can pick to go to a different district, and so that's pretty much you jumping from one server to another, so you can actually meet up with other people in the same server, and then you can like group up. So there's like an American district, there's a European district, and you can kind of jump between those to like play with people together. No issues. I'm just happy to see people streaming and I'm making content again. This has been an amazing few weeks. I know, it's been really, really good, right? Like my video that I released last week was I think my biggest video in general. Oh, what's going on? You guys can't see my Guild Wars 1 I'm playing, but you guys can't see my footage. Why? No, not that. Where is it? Guild Wars doesn't even appear on here? Yes, it does. Hello? What is going... I'm telling you, it's this program. My frames are dropping... Not my frames, but my bitrate is dropping really low, too. Why? So frustrated. Okay, I'll continue in just a second. I can't get the game to work. I can't... Why are you like this? Like, it literally should be showing you guys Guild Wars 1 right now, and it's not. So mad. I'm gonna, while I'm figuring this out, I'm gonna continue. Okay, I'm gonna have to re-add that completely. I have to completely re-add Guild Wars 1. Oh, wait. There it is. You figure it out, you stupid piece of shit program? Jesus. Alright. We're back. Okay, so I downloaded Guild Wars 1 and tried to access my account. My ArenaNet account didn't work. I gotta see if I used to do my ArenaNet account. Also didn't work. Yeah, so those are separate accounts. That's why that I figured that, yeah, so you can't link Guild Wars 1 with an ArenaNet account. Yeah, so it's two separate, like, they're running it through two separate, like, servers or whatever where they store the account information. So that's unfortunate. They have lobbies in town called districts, and when you party with people, you go out into the world with them. Yes. Yeah, so you're kind of like, it's like a hub, and then you go out into the world together. Like, I'm in an instance, I'm in the catacombs by myself. Like, there's no other players here right now, because I'm by myself in a group. Guild Wars 1 server is like we all join a server. It's so in the way that it works, it's almost like a dungeon crawler. If you guys have ever played like any type of dungeon crawler, so you kind of have like these hub places, these outposts they're called, where you meet up with people and you group up together. But then you go into the world as like it's instanced. It's like an instanced world that you go into. I think that will be solved with Reforged. Hopefully, it won't make you purchase it again. Yeah, I don't know, cause we just looked that up earlier, and I didn't see it on there. I'm gonna be honest. It just looks like you can link your Guild Wars, if you're on Steam with Guild Wars 1, you can link your Guild Wars 2 Steam, and if you're on ArenaNet account, you can't, you're shit out. Yeah, you're out of luck if you're trying to do Steam. So, Alright, I just want to collect some skulls because I'm such an edgelord. Alright, let's try to get one more piece of equipment here. Diablo 1 and 2 was even more generic because it was literally a lobby chat room that you grouped up and then joined the game together that way. Guild was in lobbies in actual town. Yes. And there's like different towns too. So it's kind of like depending on where you are in the world, you know, people are playing the same thing. Like they're on the same mission or they're on the same whatever. Right? Like they're kind of looking to the same content as you because there's different towns. Yeah, that does suck. Indeed. That does suck indeed. Alright, let's go through here. Hey, thank you so much for following. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Blizzard didn't change that until Diablo 4. Even Diablo 3 had chat rooms. I don't even remember how that worked in Diablo 3. Was it like that in Diablo 3? Alright. What do you have for me? You have boots. I don't need boots. I already have those. So that was a waste of my GD time. We're leaving. Actually, that fire ember is going to be killing all of these, so I should probably do something. Here, let's do this. Yeah, symbol of wrath. Ooh, we leveled up. Heck yeah. Boom. Let's go. Let's freaking go. Alright, Beast Mastery. I want my pet to be nice and strong. Nice and healthy and strong. Alright, we gotta talk to Oberon the Reviled. Down in the coolest room of the catacombs. Well, I don't know. It depends on what you consider cool. But I think it's a very cool room. Has a giant hole in the middle. Boom. Does this deal specific damage back? It takes... that target ally takes this damage back to the source. Okay, so it does not do holy damage or anything specific. Skeletal limbs. Look at it, guys. It's a giant hole. Hello? Stop it. Making my screen flash, bro. Boom. Cadaver. Freaking adore that fire him. Miss him if they don't give me bonus. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna work. I have a feeling they're gonna give that. They're gonna give access for everyone. To everyone for that. I think. I don't know though. But yeah, that fire ember is helpful as hell. And then we got to do the prized MOA as well. So we're kind of doing a whole loop around the catacombs. All right, so here is Oberon. Trying the catacombs. You come here seeking char. You were wise to seek Oberon, for no creature, be they living or dead, moves through here without my knowledge. This char that you seek comes often to the underground, but he does not make his lair here. The spirits of this place would not tolerate him, should he seek to take up residence. Jesus. If you require proof of his presence, take this. It's a token he left behind during one of his encounters with the denizens of this place. Now then, leave me to my studies. Return to the world of light. Yeah, I would love to see some expansion on like the catacombs for pre-searing. I'm walking on the left because I do not want to aggro these guys up there, because that's just gonna be annoying. I need to avoid all that. Roller Beetle Racing event in Guild Wars 2. When is that happening? Is that happening right now? I completely missed it if they did make that happen today. What's the rewards? Do we get anything right now? Do we get like a scarf again? Like, make it worth my while, ArenaNet. Spider leg. Spider leg. Delicious spider leg. Yeah, it's this week. 150 AA and scarf. Oh, right. I don't know. I'm not a fan of scarves in Guild Wars 2. Same skin that they did before. Great. Well, so I'll probably just go for the 150 AA, but I'll just, you know, whatever. They need to add more. They need to do like a whole armor set that's like a racing like set. That you can buy with like tokens, you know, that you get from doing the races. But hey, who am I? They also have like, so there's a lot of things that they can expand on, because there's like these implications, right? So for example, right here, the prized MOA bird, you know, the implication being that there's a ritual being done here, right? And this was the sacrifice. But like, who did the ritual? The crypt fiends? Like, did they set up the candles? Like, that doesn't sound right. You know what I mean? Like, that's, so they could have like a quest that maybe reveals someone that was doing that, you know, as a thing. Like, they could add a quest to that where you defeat some necromancer or something. Oh, I gotta go. So okay, so anyway, so I'm in an outpost right now. So this is an outpost that I can go to, and there's different districts, right? And so depending on which district I'm in, right? So there's people here in America English District 1, but I could go to the international district, right? And so here, Cryptic Commander is here. Not a lot of people. Not a lot of people use the international, but you can do, you know, Europe, Asia, America, and you can go into like whatever districts, right? And so you can kind of travel around and you can find characters based on which district they're in. So it's kind of nice because you can play with people all over the world. It's really cool in that way. Wouldn't mind a NASCAR suit outfit or full armor that looks like a suit. I mean, I would like that. I would love that. That would be really cool. Was the helmet and scarves still not a full set? Yeah, I mean, it's just like, I want some like cool like boots and stuff or something. The wolves are going to eat my prized hog. So I think now, because he's standing outside the pen, I can now do this. But there's Sarah's here as well. Do we have Gwen with us? Yeah, Gwen's here. So we can go talk to Sarah. She's here sometimes. It's Gwen's mom. Hello. Did she say anything? Oh, Drad, I'm on Myrtleweed again. Better go look for some. Yeah, so we get info that she's like the town healer She's like this herbalist that like makes these like healing herbs, potions, things for people. Mr. Poor Dwindle. Both her children sick with the croup again, and her husband ran off a fortnight ago. Oh. Any other things that you want to tell me? No. That's it. That's all she says. All right, let's get these prized hogs. I want to see what this guy gives me for getting these guys back in the pen. So yeah, so he's standing. He kind of moved around, and he's standing outside the pen. What does he say? My life is ruined. Some ruffians must have come around and let my prized hogs out of their pen. I've been chasing after them all afternoon, completely exhausted. If they wander too far, who knows what will happen to their poor souls. You see, some of the wild creatures around these parts would make quite a feast out of my precious little babies. Perhaps you and a friend could help me out. Yeah, so you're supposed to kind of like take two people. Oh my god, it went all the way down there. All right, you get in there. Get in there. Get in there. All right, so we got two in there. Oh my god, there's so many of them. Why is there so many of them? There wasn't that many earlier. These biker gloves, racing boots. Oh, it'd be so cool. Wouldn't it? All right, you. Go, go, go. Let's see. I think he gives you something. I think he gives you like $5 or something. Here's $5 for chasing after my pigs all day. Alright, let's do it. What? Did you get out? Oh, no, this is a different one. You. Do I need to press on them, or do I just like bump into them? I think I just bump into them. I keep pressing like the interact button, but I don't think I need to do that. I think I just need to like bump into them and kind of push them in the direction I need them to walk. You, go this way. Yeah, I think I just pushed them. Alright, go, 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 little guy. Look at him run! Look at the little ears flopping around. Go, 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 go. Go, go, go. Wait, why is he already... No, these are not all... I'm not talking to him yet. I want to see what happens if I get all the hogs. Oh my god, there's so many of them. Is this more than usual? You. Lady Althea, what? Lady Althea's father is Duke Barradin. You know that. You already know that. You. Go. No. Get in there. Yeah, there you go. Good job. Nah. What? Did you see? He tricked me. He was like, yeah, I'm going in. No, I'm not. Alright. I'm getting all of them, you guys. I'm getting all of them. I'm being very diligent about this. So I got this one and that one down there, and I think that's it, right? I don't see any other ones anywhere. Oh, no, there's two. There's two down there. Oh my god. There's so many of them. He has so many hogs. So many freaking hogs. Oh, I thought that Strider was like inside of the thing. It was not. Chasing the pig around. Chasing the freaking pig around. Go! Go this way. Over here. Oh my god, they got back out. They're getting back out. Where are you going? I mean, really? Really? Where are you coming from? Dude. Go. This is it. This is the last pig, you guys. We did it. All of the pigs, you guys. We found all of them. There's how many? There's way too many. What does he say? Why, thank you. He gives me 25 gold. Sure is lonely being a pig farmer. Okay, cool. Gwen. Gwen, please. Okay. Alright, here's attempt number God knows how many times to do this. Oh my god, I'm rubber banding. Love it. Gwen, can you please move out of the way? I would like to exit. Okay, you know what? These pigs can run around now. I don't care. Alright, let's take the massive honeycomb. Let's try it again, you guys. Let's try again to see if we can't get these bees across the bridge. So, lore question. It is said in Guild Wars 2 that in order to dispel the ghost of Ascalon, the descendant of Adalbern would have to go... would have to go AC? What do you mean? I don't know what that means. Supposedly that descendant is Queen Jenna, so my question is, how is Jenna related to Adalbern Rurik? So, oh, we made it this time, you guys. We made it. Oh my god, it's fantastic. So all of the royalty, all of the human royalty is all based off of King Doric. King Doric was the first king of the humans, and so all of the royals are descendant of him. The thing is that technically, King Adalbern was not actually a royal. I think he had like royal blood in him or something, but he wasn't the next to be the king. He has like some, I think he's like he had like royal blood in him or something. The stream looks like shit. I just want to make sure it's still working, because God knows it's not. Okay, yeah. Let me check real quick. He has like, I think, doesn't he have like royal blood in him? He's not the next in line for the royal crown, but he is a royal. So he has the blood of King Doric. So that's the thing. All of the kings, the princes, all of them, they're all descendant of King Doric, who was the very first king of the humans. Ascalon City. It is said that in order to dispel the ghosts of Ascalon, descendant of Adalbern would have to go to the Ascalon City. Why do they have to go to Ascalon City? When is that set? I mean, they're very like far related from, like, they're not at all like closely related in any shape or form, but they just have like the same guy's blood in them, right? It's like very far removed, but like King Doric was like the first king of the humans, and there was like some kind of I'm trying to remember, because that's such a so King Doric was the first king of the United Human Kingdoms in Tyria. When he ruled, there was only one kingdom that spanned at least through Ascalon and Lion's Arch. All modern royalty in Tyria, including Kryta, are descendants of Doric himself. The first event that Doric took part in was bringing an end to the wars with the aid of Duena, as depicted in her scriptures, and he was crowned king about 16 years later, a century before 1 AE. During 1 BE, when the gift of magic led to wars among the mortal races, Doric, who had become the king of Tyria's united human tribes, journeyed to Ara as described in Thaddeus Lamont's History of Tyria. In response to Doric's plea, the gods divided the magic into 5 bloodstones to prevent any from ever wielding it again. Yeah, I don't know. I think you might be I'm trying to remember myself, but I think there's some confusion going on. Because I think the idea is that it's not that they have to go to Ascalon City, but I think you're remembering from season 2, when Gridlock performs the ritual, he has to use the crown, and so we have to collect like the pieces of the crown or whatever, and you have to use the sword, right? Which was like passed down to like the kings of Ascalon or whatever, or something like that. I don't really remember. Like, let's see. Uh, Yeah, the two swords, Magdar and Sahathan, were gifts to the Ascalonian royalty to ensure continued peace. So in season 2, Ridlock had to pretty much use the crown of the royal king, and of the king of Ascalon, right? And the sword, Sahathan, right? Because it's the sister sword to Magdar, which Magdar was the sword that enacted the curse. And so he had to use that sword in order to like reverse the curse. But then the sword like disappeared in like this thing, and we still don't really have an explanation as to like exactly like what went wrong. There could be like that it was enacted by someone that wasn't of like human royalty or something, and maybe it does take human royalty in order to reverse the effects of the. I think I remembered more of the info. A descendant of Adalbert Rig must bring back two swords Magdars to the ruins of Ascalon City. Really? This is link to. Alright, let's read the wiki article. Magdar is a legendary sword, an ancient holy artifact forged in ore, dating back to a time when the 6 human gods walked among the humans and lived in the city of Ara. Its sister sword, Sahathan, was once Balthazar's own sword. At some point in time, Magdar and Sahathan were given by the gods as gifts to the Ascalonian royal line to ensure continued peace. Over time, Ascalonians began crafting duplicates of these two blades, the fiery dragon swords. In the concluding battle of the Char invasion of Ascalon in 1090 AE, King Adalbert cast a Foefire, an extremely powerful spell formulated by the Six themselves, that wiped out the city's invaders and raised the fallen Ascalon army into spectral undeath, shattering Magdar in the process. It is said that if either Magdar or Sahathan returns to Ascalon in the hands of the rightful king of Ascalon, then the Ascalonian spirits will finally be put to rest. So there you go. You were correct in that. So let's look at that. In 1325 AE, Erstegalkan retrieved Magdar from the Ascalonian catacombs, intending to have it reforged for Logan Thackeray. The sword has not been seen since. Okay, so let's see. So this comes from Reunion with the Pact, which is when? When does this happen? This is during Living World Season 2. Logan says, so he had Sahathan in the crown of the Ascalonian king who set the curse in the first place. I see why he thought it might actually work. The legend says only an heir... Wait, why did the dialogue stop there? Hold on. So you're right. I had totally forgotten about this. So the conversation is with Logan, and Logan says, "You had any word from Ridlock?" This is after Ridlock jumped into like portal that appeared and Sohasin disappeared into it, right? And so we talked to Logan, and Logan says, you had any word from Ridlock? You were with him when he went into that portal, right? I was there. There was nothing stopping him. And then Logan says, from what I hear, he went in after Sohasin. Is that right? Was he really perform a ritual to break the full fire curse? And we say, crazy as it sounds, yes, he was. He had King Adalbern's crown. What? He found it? Where? Actually, I found it for him. It was scattered in pieces. And then Logan says, so he had Sohasin and the crown of the Ascalonian king who set the curse in the first place. I see why he thought it might actually work. But he's not human. The legend says only an heir. And then he doesn't say anything. And then we say he also found what he thought were magical words. And Ridlock says, but all of that wasn't enough. And now he's gone through a portal to gods know where. If it weren't Ridlock, I'd be more worried. The are the true victims of that curse. There have been many victims. So yes, yes, he is also a descendant of that's Commander Samson, right? Commander Samson. Is that his name? I don't remember. Ebonhawk. Stronghold of what is his name? I'm trying to remember what his name was. I thought it was something Samson, but could be wrong. Wade Samuelson is what it was. That's what it was. I had that. I don't know where I got Samson from. He says, is the Duke of Ebonhawk, commander of Ascalon and leader of the Ebon Vanguard, who's an avid supporter of the Ebonhawk Treaty between humans and Char. His forefathers were the kings of Ascalon. And he says this to Almora. Almora says, now to business. Renegades are threatening the treaty negotiations between Kryda and the Iron Legion. The Vigil needs to ensure that the treaty goes through. Those two nations need to be fighting the dragons, not each other. You'll be dealing with Commander Samuelson, leader of the Ebon Vanguard and avid treaty supporter. Head to Ebonhawk and stop those renegades. And then we meet Samuelson, and he says, my name is Commander Samuelson, and I'm the Duke of Ebonhawk. And we say, by what authority do you hold the city? And he says, my forefathers were the kings of Ascalon, and I'll be damned if I let those renegades destroy their last legacy. So he's also some kind of descendant. You can actually find let me see he's not on here. Oh, this is Guild Wars 1. Do we have a Guild Wars 2? We do have a Guild Wars 2. There we go. So there is actually a here, I'm gonna post that if anyone wants to see that. There's a Tyrian royalty family tree, so you guys can check that out if you guys are so inclined. If you guys are interested. Oh, these don't even give experience points. I don't know why I even bother. Oops. Make sure the stream is still working, because God knows. Okay. But yeah, so there is still some remnants of like royalty, of human royalty around, beside just Queen Jenna. It's also hinted at that, you know, it's hinted at that by one of the characters during the order story, when you're like deciding which order to join and stuff. Ehan, I think is his name. He actually says like, someone says, oh well, Queen Jenna, she's the last of the royal line, And he says, well, not perhaps not the last, but yeah, we still need to save her or whatever, like something like that. So yeah, there's a story they can still tell there too, you know, where they ArenaNet could definitely do some kind of expansion that deals with like delving deeper into, you know, and this could be in conjunction to maybe something that deals with the human gods, right? Because it seems like the curse of Ascalon stems from the human gods, right? That it's some kind of, the faux fire is a ritual that the human gods came up with. And, you know, Magdar and Sohathan being swords that were forged by Balthazar himself and stuff like that, you know? So there's definitely some really cool stories still to tell that connect in interesting ways to Guild Wars 1, I think, and expand on the lore in general. I'm selling all of these because I don't need I can. Where am I putting that? I don't need the other egg. Throw that out. Char in the Catacombs, Prince Rurik across the wall. We'll do that opposition. We'll go there in a second. We'll do that. Yeah, okay. So let's turn in that. Let's do the Wayward Wizard quest. This is not Reforged. Reforged will be out tomorrow. We're just getting hyped for Reforged. We're just talking about lore, and we're talking about maybe what we could, maybe things that we want to see. Oh my god, freaking the ambulance is here. Not here, but it's right around the corner from here is the station. And they're always really loud. Okay, I gotta talk to her. So it'll be out tomorrow. I will be streaming it tomorrow, just so you guys know. I will be live. Look at all these people here. Look at all these. This is insane. This is absolutely insane, the amount of people. But yeah, we'll be live tomorrow. I'll be hanging out with some friends. We're gonna be doing some Reforged. Ooh, I need Crichton gloves. So let's get 3 icy lodestones. Let's do it. Let's do that. These are gonna give me experience points too. So that's good. Okay, we got 1 icy lodestone. Let's do a tour. Let's actually do the long way around. Because I need to go over here. So we're gonna do the long way around. We're gonna go all the way across the mountain. We're gonna hang out at the Beacon of Ages over there somewhere, wherever it is. It's probably not in view right now. Thank you, man. Also, are you looking forward to it, and why? So I'm looking forward to it. Like I just, the reason why is because I think Guild Wars 1 is such a unique game. It's super fun. There's a lot of content. You know, it's just, the build crafting is super fun. The build compositions, like the team compositions, I mean, are like endless. You know, there's so many different ways that you can play the game. And it's, you know, it's fun. It has interesting lore. It has a great world. So I'm excited to have this game that's 20 years old get the attention that I feel like it deserves, you know. So I'm just excited for that. And then of course I'm excited for, you know, if there is a lot of people jumping into the game, buying the game, you know, talking about it, making content for it, you know, making posts about it, whatever, right? Like engaging with the content that people are putting out, like all these things, you know, it might show ArenaNet, you know, and maybe NCSoft at large that, like, hey, it's worth it to jump into maybe putting some resources towards the game and maybe doing some stuff for it, you know. So here's the Beacon of Ages, you guys, with Wayfinder Azure here. And I love it because their dialogue talks about time, life, and truth. Do you bring the order new knowledge of any of these things? So she talks about the order. So yeah, there's like a whole story there, and the Beacon of Ages, and how that all kind of fits together. But it's really cool to see that return in Guild Wars 2. You know, it's I'm gonna just let me just boast once again. I'm just gonna sit here and I'm gonna gloat for a little bit. That I was the one that called the Beacon of Ages returning in Secrets of the Obscure. I called it. I was the first person. Unless I'm proven otherwise, I will claim that. Just because I like being an obnoxious prick about it, so... Anyways, yeah, it is an amazing game. That's still strong after I've recently gone back to Guild Wars 2. I'm having a great time. Awesome! Yesterday. I was like, I was doing something yesterday in Guild Wars 2. I was doing my Survivor Challenge, which is like a specific challenge run that I've been doing for Guild Wars. So I was playing a little bit of that, and yeah, so... I make a ton of content about Guild Wars 2 specifically. So, yeah, I love both games. I love both games for what they are, and I know that they both have their pros and cons, and I know they both have, like, there's good things and bad things about both of them, and, I know that ArenaNet maybe isn't the best company in the world or whatever, but I still love all of it. I'm still a big fan of ArenaNet and of the games and what they put out. Yeah, it's gonna be great on Steam Deck. I'm not gonna be playing it on Steam Deck, but I do know that there's many people that are excited for that. So yeah, that is definitely controller support in general. I know a lot of people lean towards the controller based games a lot more nowadays, especially. So that is definitely nice to see. Ooh, we're gonna hang out with some Dolyak. Let's go check out the Dolyaks, you guys. Alright, so we got a ton of icy lodestones. Look, guys, there's Dolyak right there. You can't actually go up to them, but they do hang out there. Ooh, I don't have any of these, so I need more of those. I want to go across. Look, they're hanging out here. You can't go to them, but you can see them on their little island hanging out over here. So cute. Just wanted to do that. And just the and we've talked about this, but just the idea that there's perhaps more content coming, right? Like, or in some shape or form, like even if it's just quality of life improvements or something like that, just having this game get some kind of support by developers is just amazing. I think that it could I think it helps ArenaNet at large because it supports this, the company, but it also then by proxy kind of helps Guild Wars 2 in a way, right? Because it enhances the people's experience of Guild Wars 2 by having them experience Guild Wars 1 finally. A lot of people that play Guild Wars 2 have never played Guild Wars 1. And so this is the opportunity for them to jump back into it, right? And so that might actually solidify their love for Guild Wars 2 a little bit more, right? By deepening the understanding of the world and the connections of different things, because there's so many things that connect the games together that a lot of people don't realize. Locations, items, characters, the history, the lore, like all these different things. And so as they learn this, that could make them be more invested in Guild Wars 2, right? Which is technically still their main game that they're looking to do more with. But if they can get more money out of that, if they can get more attention for that, right? Like, it's not just, you know, having people buy things on the gem store, but it's also, you know, there's a ton of content creators, there's a ton of streamers, right? Like having people, and I'm not just talking about myself, because obviously I'm just one of the probably smallest Guild Wars partners that exists, right? Like my channel is like really small. Oh my god, that is way too much happening there. I'm running away. You know, obviously, you know, I don't have that kind of pull to bring in large amounts of people or whatever, you know, they're nothing like that. But you know, the big streamers, they can bring in a lot of people. They can bring in a ton of people, new people into the game. And, you know, again, at large, Guild Wars 2, right? And like I think that's exciting, right? Because that means that ArenaNet is going to make more money off of their franchise, and that enables them to do more content and maybe do bigger expansions or more frequent, you know, more solid expansions, more frequent updates, more maybe work on Guild Wars 3 and make that even better than what it might be, you know, potential. I mean, this is all potentially, like all theoretical, you know, but there's this like snowball effect that I could potentially see happening, right? And I think that's really cool. So I'm a fan of that. All the damage. All the damage. Boom, boom, boom. You know, but that's just my opinion on all of that. I mean, obviously, you know, I might be a little overly optimistic about it, but like I said, it's all theoretical, and you know, maybe this is not going to lean to, like, maybe in a month from now people aren't even going to talk about this anymore or whatever. But it'll just be nice to maybe even relive those old days of when Guild Wars really was in its prime, and when 100,000 people were playing it all the time. You know, obviously that's just an arbitrary number, but you know, when a ton of people were still playing it, right? Like, I think that's still exciting. So we only have that one collector around here. Marksman. Gotta level it up for sure. I'm gonna do some crit damage. I'm gonna get really powerful with the bow. And then we're gonna go defeat some char. Kill all the char. I always love this little alcove right here where the bandits are hanging out in. Symbol of wrath. Oops, I didn't mean to collect that. Get out of here. I'm gonna kill these guys. I'm gonna kill these guys. Oh my god, they're all punching me. I want to heal. Wow. Oh my god, look at all these belts. There's Orion. Okay, so we did that. and go out here. We have a lot. We don't have a launch time. That's actually a good question. I don't think so. I would think so. ArenaNet usually releases stuff at noon when they do their updates for Guild Wars 2. So I'm thinking, did my stream crash again? Oh my god, I'm so over it. Right? Are we back? I don't know what's going on, you guys. Am I back? Can you just die, please? Jesus. Okay. Okay, it looks like I'm working. There's a huge delay on Steam. Steam? On Twitch. Is this like a new stream starting? Okay, I don't know. I think we're fine. So yeah, I don't think there is a launch time. I don't know what's going on, you guys, with my streams lately. It's been horrendous. I don't know why. I couldn't tell you at all. I'm gonna try to like do some stuff later tonight so that tomorrow is gonna be a lot smoother. But yeah, why is this? I want. Okay, whatever. But yeah, I'm guessing noon. I'm guessing if they are releasing, it's probably gonna be noon. Okay, so I got the gloves. So crazy lore theory I just had. The human gods are just humans ascended by the seers. Well, I'm thinking that they're hinting at something like that. I don't think that they were necessarily ascended by seers, because we do know that the human gods don't originate from Tyria. Like, they're not from Tyria. So I don't think that they're like ascended by seers, but I have a feeling that there is some kind of equivalent to that from some other realm. So I agree with you on that. For sure. Because anytime, so in the recent expansions, we've seen them talk about the human gods, and whenever they're like, they talk about the human gods, they're always like gods, always like that. So it's like, okay, well, clearly there's something more that people aren't letting on. Okay, so that I gotta do. Okay, so now it's time to go to Green Hills County and do those quests there. So Gwen, are you coming with us? Are you gonna come hang out? Alright, let's go. So I think you're on to something there for sure. I agree that there's something weird going on with the human gods, and that they're just like weirdly ascended. Well, the thing also is that in Visions of Eternity we learn a lot. Oh, Gwen is stuck behind. Wait, why is she not following me? Whatever, I don't even care if she's following me. I don't even care. She doesn't want to be my friend anymore. Because we find out about Ascension in Visions of Eternity, you know, a little bit at least, right? We learn about the Seers, and we learn about, you know, that's kind of what they do. I think, I don't know, I think that in the texts and stuff that we find, they talk about like reaching divinity, right? They like, it's almost like the Seers themselves want to become gods. So it's almost like they want to be what the human gods are, and they want to do the same thing. So I don't know if this is something like you know, chicken egg kind of situation, or if these are like there's no correlation between the two of them. They just kind of try to do they just kind of have that connection or whatever. So I don't know, but I think that there's definitely some similarities between Ascension, the Ascension that the Seers did, to what the human gods are, for sure. For sure. Here's the statue of Badazar, as they call it in Guild Wars 2. Era Capo. Opposition to the king. We can finish that by talking to... Oh, I can get more monk skills. Let's see what I can get for skills here from Grazen the Protector. He gives me that. Opposition to the king. And he has protection payers. That'll be kind of nice. I'll take that. Shielding hands. That is also very nice. I will take that instead of that. Opposition to the king. So that quest is now done. So this is done. This I just need to deliver to Devona. Let's do the Ferracapo quest. And then go to Duke Bairdon's estate. Once all that's done, we can cross the wall, you guys. We can go to the Northlands. Alright, Farah. Let's do it. Try to keep up. I forgot where she had to go. What is the mission that she is on? We need to escort on a mission to capture the outlaw Elaine. Okay. Okay. Symbol of wrath. Yeah. Death, death, death. Da, 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 da. At this point, I gotta check my stream every 3 seconds to make sure that it's running, which is, you know, beyond annoying, but hey, whatever. I get more belts, though. Weren't we supposed to capture him? He's dead now. Use court to capture the outlaw until she hunts down the infamous Elaine. Well, I guess it was just like he didn't want to come with us, so we kill him. Alright, cool. So let's go to Devona. Devona's right around the corner from here. We can turn in that thing and then go back to... Another question I have about the gods. It was said that they left somewhere. What does the word mean in the context of the lore? Did they actually leave here? Did they simply kept quiet and are still around? Well, we don't really know. So, you know, as we start Guild Wars 2, we hear about, you know, the gods have left... You know, and the gods have been silent, right? Like, that's how they kind of word it many times. But we don't really know what that implies. Then, in Path of Fire, we meet Cormier. And Cormier talks about how they have actually left Tyria. And so, she is the last one to kind of be there. You know, obviously, Balthazar is still rampaging or whatever. But, you know, he has been kind of removed. From the Pantheon or whatever, but So it is kind of like this thing where the human, so we didn't really know until that point what happened with the human gods, but yes, they have actually left to other realms, and not to another realm, and we don't know what realm they went to, because they didn't even, they went so far through the mist, or like into the mist or whatever, like into another realm, that they abandoned their own realms, right? And that's part of like the story of Path of Fire, is kind of dealing with these realms that have been abandoned, right? Like when we die in Path of Fire, we kind of we learn about how, you know, there's this like whole thing kind of going on, you know, or even in the raid wing, we find out that like in the underworld there's this whole thing going on because Granth has left, right? And then Cormier's library gets kind of taken over by demons that we have to clear out as well, because again, she had left. This is after she leaves, right? So their realms, that these god realms that they have, they're kind of in danger now of being taken over by other forces, because the gods are not there anymore. So they have completely left. So we don't even know, even if we could go to the god realms, just, you know, at any point in time, like if we wanted to, just on a whim, we wouldn't see the gods. So we don't know where they went, but yeah, they have left for sure. That begs the question, can Cormier be trusted? Well, I think she can. The thing is that, you know, we know Cormier as a character in Guild Wars 1, and we know that she was a very she wasn't a very trustworthy. She wasn't, there was certain things that she lied about in Guild Wars 1, right? And so she could be doing the same thing here, but I think there's a character, like a character arc that she had in Guild Wars 1, which enabled her to become the goddess as well, right? Was that she realized how bad it was to have kept a secret about Abaddon, and how she was the one that kind of started the whole thing on Istan about, you know, Abaddon trying to come back and stuff like that. Like, she was like a big trigger of that, and she had kept that a secret, right? And so she was playing innocent, she didn't really know, blah blah blah, all this stuff, and it turns out that she actually did know, right? And so she kind of reveals that later on, and she talks about how she kind of has this regret, and this is after she was blinded, and she was, you know, taken to the realm of torment and stuff like that, and then she becomes the goddess of truth and order. So I feel like she represents those ideals, and I don't think that she would lie to us like that, right? Like, I feel like she wouldn't have done that. Maybe tell us like half truths, maybe tell us like not give us all the information that perhaps we want or need or something, but I don't think that she is necessarily lying to us in any shape or form. Oh, I'm like, why are we not doing a lot of damage? It's because the fire imp ain't here. So that's how I see it. Obviously, I think there is like a counter argument that you could probably do as well, where you could be like, no, you know what, because of her history and because of how the human gods are pretty much full of shit anyways, they call themselves gods, but they're not really gods, and all this stuff, and like maybe they can't be trusted, and like, you know, maybe she just claims to be this goddess of you know, truth, but even then she's just full of shit because she doesn't even tell us the truth, you know. I don't know, you could make that argument too, but that's the thing, is we don't know enough about the gods, we don't know enough about their like, I don't know how to put it, their like motives, or their history, or their like any of that stuff. We just don't have any info on any of them. That's in the tree. In the tree. But it would be really cool to see a human god story. I think, you know, one of the reasons why, you know, in my state of the game video that I did this year, you know, one of the... I can't grab this? Oh, I guess because there's like an invisible wall or whatever. One of the things that I pointed out was that, you know, one of the reasons why I think Guild Wars 2 is in such a like good uptick right now is because ArenaNet has been listening to the player base. Visions of Eternity, for the most part, was really about listening to the player base and adding and doing the things that the players have been asking for, right? Like, they wanted an Asuran focused expansion, and they wanted new elite specializations, and they wanted Paragon, and they wanted Ritualist, and they wanted Dervish. And yes, did they execute all of that perfectly? Probably not, but you know, they're really trying to listen to the player base. You know, they're trying to focus on raids a little bit more, right? And like combining strikes with raids, and you know, overhauling, maybe, perhaps, I don't know, they haven't really talked about it, but maybe doing some looking for group stuff, like, you know, adding quick play in there to kind of make it easier to access that type of content. So I think that one of the things that the player base has been asking for a long time now is the human gods, right? Like the story behind the human gods, getting some gods and like having them come back into the story, you know. And we have been dealing, one of the things we've been dealing with a lot is the mists. We've been seeing a lot of the influence of the mists, and you know, kind of dealing with the mists and you know, that kind of stuff. And I think that could really lean into, that's a story that could really lean into the human gods, right? Because they left and they went into the mists and they went to some other realm. And I think it's not unreasonable to think that they can somehow connect the current stories that are happening, that are very mist focused, to the human gods and a story about the human gods. So so we were here yesterday in Guild Wars 2, remember? So this, you know, all of these, there was no water, but this was all destroyed, and then we saw Baradin's like house is all destroyed and stuff like that, and then over there is where the Cubs kind of hang out, and they do their little like tour around the estate and stuff like that. But yeah, you can see this in Guild Wars 2. Again, first of all, to anyone that's watching, thank you guys for being here and hanging out. I'm gonna plug myself here for a second. So if you guys want to become members, memberships are available on YouTube, or subscriptions are available on Twitch if you guys want to use your Prime subscription, anything like that, to help me out. Also, I have done, if you guys are interested in more content, I've done a lot of lore content for Guild Wars and Guild Wars 2. I've done a lot of theory videos. I've done a lot of really interesting, like, did you knows, like little facts about the game, Guild Wars 2 specifically. But there was also one series that a lot of people have really enjoyed, is my comparison streams. So this is years ago now, but I used to do, I haven't done it because we haven't really had like new areas in Guild Wars 2, but I actually have a bunch of streams. There's a playlist on my channel that you can go check out, that has all these streams that I did where I played Guild Wars 1 and Guild Wars 2 right next to each other. So there was like as the stream is now, but there's like a split screen, and you have like each game next to each other. And I went to all the areas in the world, kind of comparing them to each other, what they look like, and we kind of talked about the lore and like why they look like that and why this is this and blah blah blah. And you know, there was a lot of really cool stuff, and a lot of people really enjoyed that series. So if you guys want to check those out, I also have you know, animal facts. I have like 5 animal facts videos where it's about Guild Wars 2, just talking about you know, fun little facts about animals in Guild Wars 2, because there's so many really weird and quirky and fun little things about animals in Guild Wars. ArenaNet has done a lot of those things, and so I've done a lot of little content. So if you guys want to check that out, also make sure to like and subscribe, obviously, because that helps me out a lot. I'm trying to grow the channel. I'm trying to do more things. I'm trying to do members only content a little bit more, give you guys an incentive, but we do have emojis available for members. We also have a Discord server. If you guys want to hang out on Discord, we do have a Discord server. So yeah. Anyways, let's continue. I need to do that more often, I think. Not during, but like I forget to do it during the streams, so. So you get this axe. This is probably like, it's probably the best axe that you can get in the game, right? I was looking at an axe for axes earlier. The True King. Okay, so we gotta go to Ford Rannick. That's an easy one, but there's Duke Barrett, you guys. For those of you that played Char in Guild Wars 2, here's the good old Duke that you fight in the tutorial area. So there's the man. The man. Okay, so let's sell that and that. Okay, so all I've left is doing the True King, and then we can go across the way. Alright. The good Duke, blah 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 blah. Alright, let's sell these guys because I don't really care. We're gonna be using our bow, and I think we have the best bow. I do need to find. I need more of those for that, but where did I get the chest piece? There's like there has to be a collector that does like a chest piece, right? Is it? Oh, I think it doesn't. Kaylee have a chest piece? Seem to remember. I seem to remember that. I don't even know how long that other video was that I did. What time did I go live? Like 7, 8 o'clock, something like that? No, it has to be longer. It was 7 o'clock then, I think. I think I was live for like about an hour before my stream crashed. I'm just thinking because I'm like, I still want to work on, so we're gonna do probably a couple of rounds of going to the Northlands, and then that might be the end of the stream, because I just want to work a little bit more. Like I said, I wrote a little bit, I recorded some footage today, and I wrote a little bit of in my script for my new video that I'm working on, but it's a lot. It's a long video, and it's a lot, and it's all over the place, and I'm trying to make it like not sound like a crazy person rambling. But yeah, I went completely the wrong way. I always do this. I don't know why I always go this way when I mean to go to the Region Valley. Every time. Every gosh dang time. Ashford is so peaceful. Like, if I didn't know the Searing was gonna destroy this entire town, I would love to live here. Ooh, but I'm collecting red iris flowers, which is nice. Which is very nice. Ooh, attacking me? We're almost... Ooh, maybe I should go down there and try to level up. Nah, it'll be fine. Actually, I will do that because... And the only reason I say that is because... before I go to the Northlands, I do want to level up. So let's go down in here. So we have the Brood Caller, and then we have the Scale Brood, which that's the level 4 guy, and he's really strong. For like no reason. So loud in here. That has been a theory for a long time that people had. I'm starting to doubt that theory in particular because of how much backstory we got to. Like I'm kind of thinking a little bit different about this theory because that Queen Jenna and Anise are two halves of Lissa, like Ilya and Lys, right? Like the two halves of the goddess Lissa. You know, that theory has been around for a long time. But I think that with the info that we got on Anise specifically, and Anise actually being a descendant of... who is she a descendant of again? I don't remember. She's a descendant of... Evenia. Yeah, so she's a descendant of Evenia, and Evenia didn't, like, while Devenia was a devout woman, I don't really see... I don't really see that being, like, a connection there. But I still think that maybe, maybe Queen Jenna could still be the goddess Alyssa, just by herself, right? We don't necessarily need to have the goddess Alyssa be this... you know, split goddess or whatever, right? I mean, while that would be really cool, but I think that with all the info that we've gotten with about Anise over the years, now over the recent years specifically, I don't think that she is a human goddess, but I think that there's certain things that Jenna says that really make me suspicious of who she truly is. And that there is more to her than she lets us to believe. I don't know how far that goes, but there are certain things that I think about, that she talks about, that the way that she behaves in certain instances, that make me kind of think that there's something more there. I don't know if that means she's a human goddess or if there's something else going on. But yeah. Yes, perfect. I can get the Crichton vest here. Awesome. So that finishes that up. Alright. You guys, it is now time. Well, you know what? I would love to level up first. But I guess we're not getting that. We're going to the Northlands, guys. Let's go. This is where the content becomes really hard. We're probably gonna die a bunch, but that's okay. Probably gonna die a bunch. Either they are Lissa or avatars. Yeah, maybe something like that. Maybe they're Sarah, right? Like Lissa's right here. You know, Sarah was like this. You know, maybe Queen Jenna is Sarah, right? So right here it actually talks, and it was that a stranger came to the village of Ren seeking shelter and employment. Though young in years, her body was stooped and twisted, her flesh eaten by disease. Ye have the mark of the plague upon ye, said the citizen named Galric. Leaveth this place, else ye sicken our people. I've lost my family and my home, cried the desperate woman. Have you no heart? Yet each person in turn did turn her away. Then from the crowd came a young woman Sarah. She looked upon the woman with pity. If you need help, said Sarah, I will give it. And did Sarah approach the gnarled, bent woman and give her a helping hand. Then the sickened woman pulled from her body the robes of plague, revealing herself to be the goddess Lissa. The people of Ren fell to their knees, begging Lissa's mercy, but lifting Sarah gently, saith she, true beauty is measured not by appearance, but by actions and deeds. Many have eyes, but few have seen. Of all here, you saw the beauty behind the illusion, and you alone shall be blessed with my gifts. So maybe Jenna is Sarah. Do divine avatars exist in the Guild Wars? They do exist in the Guild Wars universe. You can actually see, you can actually interact with them in Guild Wars 1. Actually, the avatars of the gods. Even in Guild Wars 2, actually, you can interact with avatars of the gods. Like in the story where you go to the Cathedral of Silence, you interact with one of the 7 Reapers of Grenth, who those are the avatars of Grenth. So yeah, there's multiple times where we in Guild Wars 2, Guild Wars 1 and Guild Wars 2 interact with them. So she could be an avatar, but it would be kind of cool if she was Sarah. I would like that a lot. I would be a big fan of that. Alright, here we are in the Northlands. Welcome everyone, this is where life gets hard. Hello. And I leveled up. Perfect. Get 6 points, get 1 more point in marksmanship. Make my bow stronger. So we're what, at 6 marksmanship? And we need 9 to get that full power. But I'm gonna go all the way to 12 with it. I just want to kill these O cards to get as many experience points as I can get, because that's what it's all about. Because we got to level 2 levels before we can get the quest, the defender, the vanguard quest. Have I died? I've died 1 time. I died uno times. I've always wanted, I talked about this, I actually made a video on it, but I've always wanted a pre-searing fractal in Guild Wars 2. Like one of these missions, like traveling to the Northlands and fighting a Char or something like that. Like that would be really cool as like a fractal of the Mists. Just seeing pre-searing Ascalon in Guild Wars 2. Like that would be so cool. I would love that. Absolutely love that. Thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate that. Might have been someone watching a video too. I can never tell. But I appreciate that nonetheless. Thank you, thank you. The channel has been growing like crazy lately, and I'm really grateful for that. And it's really making me want to just make a ton of content, really, honestly. Oh my god, that is so much damage. Holy crap. I died. Oh, Ben is dead too. Oh my goodness, this is tough, you guys. Let's try that again. Because without Ben, there's no way we can make this. Those hunters are just, ugh, they're rough. They're tough as nails, I'll tell you. Sorry, I just wanted to see something real quick. I don't think that was it. Okay. Just was checking on an update. Alright, hopefully this will go a little bit better this time. I think I should have this further up. So protection prayers, if I have any leftover points, I don't know how the point distribution goes, but if I have any points left over, I might put that into protection prayers just to up that a little bit. But I'm leveling 4 separate things, so I don't think there's going to be anything left over. Alright, let's try that again, because that was pretty freaking bad. Alright, let's see if I can make my way through here. I'm gonna go this way. I'm gonna go this way. Give me that. Attack these guys from up here. Oh. Where are you going? Come back. Alright, wish me luck, you guys. We're going in. Pick up Ben. Alright, we don't have a hunter here, which is actually really good. Damage. Freaking stop! Hey. Finally, you guys are doing something. Wow, you guys killed all. Nice. Ooh, alright. Well, that was a lot better. So now we can go and attempt to kill one of the bosses. And get some char bags. I was really unlucky. The other day I did a different character, but I didn't really like that character, so I just kind of stopped. But I got to the point where I was like level 10, and so I was like running up into the Northlands all the time. And I ran like 3-4 different like runs, killing all of the bosses around the Syrian Cauldron. And I didn't get a single like salvaging kit or bag. I was like, this is stupid. I'm like, this shit should be dropping way more than 0 times in 4 runs. Because that's like 16 bosses that I fought and not a single one dropped anything. I mean, that's really stupid and annoying. Okay, I don't know why I didn't. Is this on Ben now? No, this is on me because I have him kind of selected in a weird way. I don't know why. Okay. Oh, I interrupted myself. Great. Love that. Love that. Yeah, they get so hyper focused on me. Alright, we're doing good. Let's kill that guy. Awesome. Those guys don't have a hunter. The hunters are the worst because they do so much damage with their like explosive arrows or whatever they shoot, whatever that stuff is. Alright, 1 guy died, 2 guy died. Alright, he leveled up. My pet is finally level 8. That is good. Very, very good. They keep removing this from me and I hate that. It's the mesmers. They keep removing that from me. I want to get that group. I want to get that group. I want to get that group. Don't turn around yet. Don't turn around yet. Come back. See, that's what you get for just focusing on me. You die. That's what happens. You freaking die. Alright. Oh, God. So we have some group. I gotta wait for this group. God. 2 hunters? Oh my God. That's gonna be rough. I'm gonna be needing, like, chitin this shit. Look at all these trophies that I'm collecting. So these guys are gonna walk all the way up here. They're gonna stop right here, I think, right? Is that this group or is it that group? It's the same exact group setup, which is kind of weird, but yeah, no, it's these guys right here. So I'm gonna have to lure them in, and then I have to freaking run because they're gonna be firing arrows at me like crazy. Ben, attack, please. Now the other hunter. Alright, cool. That was actually not that bad. Wait. That was a different enemy. No! Get up, Shadow. No time for sleeping. Oh, he's taking all the hits. I like that. That was perfect. Because I can revive him with no problem. Don't want to get too close. Ooh, I got a salvage kit. Hell yes. Oh, fantastic. That's great. See, all I need to do is bitch about it, and then I'm getting everything I want. That's fantastic. That's a great drop. It's 5 uses only, but hell, if I can get some kind of thing to help my my ranger out, that'd be really great. $17 gold, awesome, awesome. That's a lot of money too. Next, I'm gonna do this group. They're gonna go across here. They're gonna stop there. I'm gonna go here because I don't want that group to get involved. So I'm gonna go here. My flatbow should go far enough to get the. They go to like right here, don't they? They come very far up, I think. But again, it's 2 hunters. It's always dangerous. Can I shoot them from here? I can. I'm just gonna kite their shots and hope for the best. Oh god, oh god, oh god, do it! No, no, I knew that was gonna happen. God damn it. It's like that took way too long to cast. Jeez. That's okay. We haven't completely lost yet. I'm not gonna get the survivor title, but that's okay. Not what I'm here for. I just hope Ben survives whatever. Because him I cannot resurrect. But I need to get some trappings. I need to get something that has something in it. It would be really nice if I could get a like marksmanship +1 rune drop. Oh my god, that would be amazing. That would be truly amazing. Alright, Ben did survive. He's running towards me. Oh, Fire Emblem survived too, meaning that that group is dead. Alright, so we have Red Eye the Unholy. The problem is Blaze. Blaze will come out and heal his friends. Why? Oh, that's the Blade Storms on the other side. I was like, why is there a Blade Storm there? Okay. So... Dude, Ben, attack please. See, he's gonna heal, but with Ben with all 4 of us attacking, should be fine. Okay, so here you can kind of sneak. If you go on the far left, you don't have to go all the way around. And you can kind of sneak this way, and then you can lure these guys out. That's the best position for Blaze to be in, on the far right. Best position, in my opinion, at least. Alright, the Fire Emblem is level 9. ahead of me, which is kind of crazy, but hey, whatever. I'm okay with that. Alright, with Ben attacking, this guy's far enough away. He's gonna try to heal him, but he's not gonna make it. He is not gonna make it. Alright, let's defeat... See, none of these are blue. Lame. Lame as hell. I'm gonna defeat this group right here. It's a bad setup. Because I want to draw... Actually, I probably don't even need to defeat them. I can probably draw... I can probably go over here. Because that's a shit setup over there of enemies, and I don't want to deal with it. I just want to get... Blaze. Probably... Ben, can you please attack? There we go. That should do it. Cool. Char carving. Awesome. Alright. I'm gonna take a... Oh, I didn't collect that char. That's okay. I get plenty of them. I did that too quickly. Alright, I'll be right back, you guys. There we go. Alright, so let's do one more run. And if nothing happens until then, until after that, nothing crazy, then I'm probably gonna head out. Just doing a couple of hours of trying to get some hype going for Guild Wars Reforged. This is my... Why does it keep not doing? I want it. Okay. Oh, red iris flower is right next to the lever. Going in. One last time. Maybe we're gonna find something. We have a salvage kid. That's always good. Salvage kid. 5 possible really good rewards that we could get. I'm okay with that. Some experience points here. We only need 2,000, so I can probably get another level here. If this run doesn't completely crap out on me. By the time, like earlier, where everyone died. I'm very excited for tomorrow. I kind of want to see the like skill icon. I think that's one of the biggest things that I'm really excited for is like seeing the new skill icons, like the HD versions of these guys. Ooh, that's gonna be so clean. Love it. Oh God, I got one of each in that group. Hate it. Hate that. Hate that. What level is Ben? Ben is only level 5, but he does really good damage. Alright. Yeah, definitely gotta get rid of that hunter. First and foremost. Oh god, now the Grawl are attacking too? Oh god, we've already lost. I didn't realize the Grawl would go in and jump in too. Yeah, Ben is dead. No way he's gonna survive that. Unless I can knock that guy down. Oh, maybe he's gonna survive. Ooh, and we got a stalker armor. That has something in it. Don't have an identification kit on me though, so that's okay. I'll do that when we get back to town. I didn't realize these guys would run up, but it makes sense. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Because they're part of that quest, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure they're part of that quest. But anyways, we can definitely level up one more time. Attack Shadow, do it. Kind of have to command Shadow that even when I'm running away, because he wants to like run away when I run away, and it's like, no, I want you to attack. Like, keep attacking, don't stop attacking. He sometimes just does that. Oh. I want to kind of draw these guys away from that spot. No, Ben. Oh god, Ben died. Oh, this is rough. That's gonna be rough. 2 healers. Oh god, this is so bad. Yeah, alright, we gotta restart that. Because that is not gonna work. Let's get an identification kit here and do that real quick. I'm gonna try one more run actually, because that was not a full run. I was like not even close to a full run. Axe Mastery. And then the other one is Undertaker. That's a... Yeah, that's for Necromancer. Oh, okay. Well, I don't need these. Well, that was a shame. I wish I got like a marksmanship one, but whatever. I want a marksmanship one, please. Or like a health one. I got lucky the other day. I didn't get any char salvage kits, but I got some really good items. Like health, like vigor, all these. I'm like, dude, this is all really, really good shit. And I don't know why I attacked this guy. And I couldn't use any of it. I was just like, I had my whole inventory full of like really good stuff, but like I said, it was that same character. Where is that red iris flower that always hangs out here? Oh, it's way behind the gate. Great. But yeah, it was that same character where like I couldn't get a drop. Like I just couldn't get the chart kits to drop, and I had my whole inventory full, and I was like, and I ended up, it was a warrior ranger that I made, and I ended up not really liking him. I was like, oh god, this feels really boring and dumb. So I was like, nah, it's fine, I'll delete him. So yeah. Alright, this is gonna be last attempt. Alright, that group is definitely a little bit better positioned to this time around. So I am okay with that. But we are getting close to leveling up again, so I'm hoping that I can at least do that even if I can't complete the whole run. I'm gonna at least try to level up one more time. We're at 6 here. Ugh. This time I'm gonna kill the Grawl. Not risking that again. Alright. Oh, they have a Mesmer. I always hate when they have a Mesmer. That is the worst team composition they have. All 4 like 4 different classes, and the one being, because the Ashen one is a necromancer, and that one is fine. But yeah, removed my enchantment. Oh god, Ben died. Jesus. What's going on with these runs today? I'm dead. Drop something for me? Nope. Cool. Alright, well, I think I'm gonna end this here because we're just having really bad luck today. But anyways, so tomorrow, guys, Guild Wars Reforged tomorrow. Make sure you're here. We're gonna be hanging out. We're gonna be leveling new characters. We're gonna go through. We're not just gonna hang out in pre-searing. We're gonna do a bunch of pre-searing, but we're not gonna just hang out here. We're gonna go through the story. Kind of just, you know, explore Guild Wars 1 once again. Kind of go through and experience the story. And I'm gonna kind of take my time. I think. You know, as there's new people and probably new people joining us in the group, hanging out or whatever, I think one of the important things is that I think what I want to focus on for those people is to do all the skill quests that you get early on, like in pre-searing and then post-searing, just so that they can get like as many skills as possible like early on, and that they can like kind of because later on skills become really expensive, and I think one of the things that a lot of people don't really tell other people about is like how truly expensive it can become when you don't, you know, like these quests, you pretty much you get experience points and you get free skills from them, you know. So we're probably going to be focusing on those, but we're going to go through the story and we're going to kind of experience. I don't know how long we're going to go, but it'll be super fun. We'll have a good time. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow with that, probably in the afternoon. I'll probably be a little bit earlier than what I did the last 2 days, and we'll do that, and we'll probably go into the evening, and then you guys won't see me for the rest of the week because I'll be busy working, but I'm gonna try to work on some videos and maybe get a short done or something. I want to do another Guild Wars 2 translated kind of short, because I feel like I haven't made one of those in a while. So yeah, anyways, thank you, I Love Dinosaurs. Thank you, Games and Vlogs with Johnny. Thank you, Mish, as always. SP Can Suck It. Iron Garalv. And I think there was a couple other people here. Oh, OG Maddie. Thank you guys for being here. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you for the people that subscribed and followed and hung out and all that stuff. All the links, if you guys want to support the channel, the links are down below in the description or in the about section on Twitch. Oh, thank you so much for following. I appreciate that. Thank you. Have a great day as well. And yeah, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. So, all right.